It might seem strange, even risky, for a plant to restrict its flowering to just one night of the year. But this strategy works for Hylocereus. Its flowers are the biggest and brightest around, and they offer its pollinators a nectar bonanza. Bats. With the aid of technology, we can imagine thousands of miles from their natural habitat here in Kew. Bats pollinate all kinds of cacti. In springtime in South American deserts, there is always a cactus of one kind or another in bloom. A multitude of species compete for the attentions of nocturnal pollinators using bright petals and powerful scents. The sweetest perfumes attract insects. But flowers that are pollinated by bats are rather more pungent. They give off the stench of rotten fruit. To nectar-feeding bats, that smell is irresistible. They fly from cactus to cactus, sipping up the nectar. Each bat can consume 1.5 times its body weight of nectar in a single night. Very tall columnar species produce flowers right at the very top of their stems, where they're easily smelt and seen and easily reached. Some provide additional facilities. Espastoa guanteri from Bolivia sprouts a landing strip beneath its flowers, a pad of fur on which the bats can alight without damaging their wings on the spine. But in Mexico, bats and cacti have an even more extraordinary relationship. Each year, bats migrate across 1,000 miles of desert from central Mexico to Arizona. Pregnant females, 100,000 of them, are on their way to special maternity caves in the north where they will give birth to their young. The bats get all the nectar they need to sustain their journey, and in return, they pollinate the cacti. This annual bat migration coincides exactly with the blooming of the night-flowering cacti, so the bats can fly along a nectar corridor. And so can cross a patch of desert that otherwise and at other times would be impassable. By the time the bats return with their pups, the cacti are able once again to provide the bats with food. This time, they're fruits. The bats carry with them in their stomachs the fruit and the seed it contains. And in due course, they deposit those seeds with a nice little packet of fertilizer farther down the corridor. So the corridors are self-perpetuating. The bats, in effect, are cactus farmers.